Okay, so this is Gabby, but I was gonna say today's weird three things. I shouldn't say weird. Three things that your spying phone and the internet has done great for me the last couple days. And then by the time I got the phone started, and then also how dumb my brain is, or how quickly fleeting is that the fancy word? How fleeting thoughts are in my brain, because I already forgot. No, but there was let's see. So I've been thinking about making the okay. This one's just now popped back in my head, and I don't even know if it was one really, but Tank. I was thinking about having him wear the e-collar inside during the free time, right? Like when I'm getting her out and stuff, so I can put a little more meaning without being invasive to the no play, right? Because sometimes it's like I got to push him back. I got to go no play. And then 2-3 times, then I got to send him to his place. I'm trying to get off of using the place, right? We've done it so many times that he's pretty good about it with the door. I mean, I still can't send him to it though. That's where I'm having a hard time with that dude. Sending him to the place inside when we do it outside, man, he does great for the most part. Anyways, so I was like, man, I don't want to leave it on him all the time. But so anyways, some random post by somebody who I don't think is an e-collar guy. Just the way the question was worded about wearing it makes me think it's just somebody looking for information, which is cool. That's what you should do. You don't know about something, put question out there on the internet. Man, people gonna answer that crap. Some people are gonna be buttholes, but most people are gonna give you good information. Anyways, other people say, yeah, they wear it all day long. You just loosen it like when you're not out, so that way they don't become collar wise, as in it only goes on when we go train. So then they're only going to do that stuff when the collar's on. Makes it harder to do, right? So it's easier to generalize if they wear it all day. And what you do is you just loosen it, because when it's on and you're going to use it, it's much tighter, right? So it's tighter than the regular collar when you're using it. Otherwise, you're not going to get connection. So there's that. And then, now that I talked about that dumb thought, what was the other one? Oh, that's what it was. I had 3 things that happened that were thoughts that I had that it came out. I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool. And then there's the one that I've been saying for a long time, and I have gotten no information and nothing's popped up. How much exercise is good for a tripod, right? Nobody ever shows themselves working with tripods. So what I've been doing is, I just watch it. It's like any dog, you just watch them. Now this is the hard part. Sometimes I can't tell if she's just hanging out or she needs a break, right? So we did our good, what's that called? Structured play with the tug. And then we've done, it's like 10 minutes free walk, right? But sometimes she does this, and I think she just kind of especially when we're going back. It's like, I don't want to go in. But sometimes I think she needs a break, right? But anyways, the amount of work, like food work I do with her, is pretty small, right? But we get good reps in during structured play. We just don't do very many. Right? And is an hour long better for her? Or would it be better to do 30 and 30? Right? Like an hour long and we're taking all these breaks. I should have looked at the time to see what it was. Anyways, what were the other 2 things, dude? The other 2, I don't think I was even going to talk about the e-collar thing, but it's something that I was wondering, and it popped up. But anyways, the internet and your spying phone can be good if you allow it to be. It's supposed to be good. It has turned into echo chambers and people being more hateful. And so much information, right? There's so much information out there I was talking to a friend. Some guy said something, and he's like, "That's the dumbest shit I ever heard." And I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure that I saw that somewhere." And he's like, "Did you see that in a meme? Oh, you're so stupid." I was like, "Dude, you can have a different opinion without calling names." And of course, the dude's a lefty. I'm a lefty, but I'm an old lefty, so I'm more respectful to people. When I was young like that, I was like that too. But I reserved name calling for after I got to know the person. Of course, we didn't have the internet back then. So anyways, I found the article. Well, it said, proves my point. And it was by PBS. So he could say, well, that's right-wing publication, you right-winger. Even though you agree with me on 90% of stuff, you're a right-winger. Somebody else called me a racist too. I was like, that's awfully easy to do, isn't it? It's awfully easy to call people names without knowing them, without looking at anything they've ever said or done. You just, boom, you're a racist. No, you're just a cunt. How about that? And then that chick apologized. You're right, I was lashing out. I was like, well, why don't you just lash out at what you want to lash out at? You don't like something I said, then lash out at that. Don't go, oh, you're a racist. It's so stupid. So dumb, man. People have gotten so mean. They're cult members, right? While calling other people cult members, they're doing cult stuff. You don't see what you're doing, though, unless somebody tells you. Problem is, nobody wants to be told. Because that's when they come out with the name calling. Weak minds. Weak minds can't discuss in a civil way. Discuss and disagree. Disagree and discuss. It's funny, like, it's interesting that people do that on the internet, right? Oh, I already said that, right? You can agree with somebody on 80% of stuff. Like, I saw this thing where they're talking about right-wing podcasting. This is Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, Lex Friedman as right-wingers. I'm like, dude, these guys believe in 90% of the progressive movement. There's just certain things that they don't agree with. That does not make them right-wingers. It's because the mainstream media is trying to make you guys hate people that agree with you. That's what Big Brother does. They want to keep us at each other's throats. That's how they keep in power. You got people celebrating.